Hey LAFC, I'm standing out here on what is the Wednesday before Easter. It is a gorgeous day. I mean, beautiful day. This is day 3 of just perfect weather. Pennsylvania is exploding with beautiful flowers on the trees. Everything is green, and I'm seeing partly clear skies right now, and it's just an incredible day. Obviously, these are strange times, and we as just everyday citizens are learning to navigate all the daily challenges that come with what is currently a virus pandemic. And so as a church, we've been rolling with it, trying to learn how we can best serve our people. And so I have a unique announcement, an announcement I'm actually excited to make, that is an opportunity that we have as a church to do things differently this Easter. So I'm announcing that we are going to do Incarnate Easter. Now, hear me clearly. Incarnate Easter. Not incarnate, but incarnate. Let me explain. So you might have seen on the news that churches across the United States are doing churches differently, and perhaps even heard about churches doing a drive-in church. So as we were looking at what would it look like to do a drive-in church, especially for Easter, we were running into a lot of challenges on how to make that happen. And as part of the journey, we came up with the idea of what if we partnered with a local radio station to broadcast our service so that people could come and park in our parking lot doing a drive-in and listen through their car FM stations and be able to be a part of the greater church on site at the church on Easter morning while listening through their radio in their cars. Well, I have good news. WIOV I-105 out of Ephrata is going to broadcast our services at 8 a.m. on Easter morning. In order to accomplish this, to be on that country radio station, we need to pre-record the service. So we're going to record our Easter service on Thursday night so that that recording can be available for 8 in the morning. And then at 10 in the morning, you will then see it, yes, via video or on whatever platform you've been watching our services. So it's available on 2 platforms. You can listen via the radio at home or in your car here on site at the church, or you can just simply watch the video online at 10 a.m. Now this is giving us 2 opportunities. The opportunity being first to gather as a church community here on site at the church. And secondly, gives us the opportunity to broadcast on FM on a country radio station for people who may not normally hear our services, hear the good news of Jesus Christ. And so we're providing both opportunities. But in order to do that, it required us to, yes, pre-record for this coming Sunday, and also to create some certain rules. So we have checked into the legality of it. We have talked, as many churches have, with the Secretary of Health for Pennsylvania, Dr. Levine, and there is affirmation for doing drive-ins. And additionally, we've contacted our local law enforcement and discussed with them what it would look like to do this legally. And so we are doing this with greater care. We've also talked with local medical professionals to make sure that we're doing this in a manner that is healthy and not subjecting our people to undue risk. Having said that, in order to make this happen in a legal and healthy manner, when you show up on site here, you need to follow the instructions of our parking lot team, because we're going to have to park our cars intentionally, which means we need you to abide by how they direct you. Having said that, it also means we cannot provide public restrooms. So if during the service, somebody in your vehicle needs to use the restroom, you'll have to leave and go home to use that restroom. Now you can still keep listening because it's going to be on 105 FM, but it will mean you'll have to go home for that. So make sure to use the restroom before you come, and so that when you show up here, you can stay through the duration. It will be from 8 a.m. till 9 a.m. And so when we finish at 9 a.m., as you leave, there will be an opportunity that if you would like to leave a tithe or offering, you can do that with people as they walk out. We'll have some of our pastoral team available at our exits. Having said this, We believe this is an incredible opportunity for us as a church to gather, to do so well, to see each other, to wave, to roll down our windows and sing out loud and worship together on Easter morning. And it's also an opportunity to let the community, the region around us, be able to hear what the gospel has to say about the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. So hopefully this excites you and that you'll be able to participate. And we recognize that some people will not be able to leave their homes to come and be a part of this at 8 a.m., which is why we are still providing this, streaming it on our website at 10 a.m. as normal. Beyond that, I want to also ask you to consider on Friday choosing one of the meals, or perhaps all of them, to fast and pray on Good Friday. Our president of our denomination, Kevin Complin, has asked that the free churches across the United States and the world would consider fasting and praying on Good Friday. Praying for all those who are being afflicted by this virus, those who have lost loved ones, those who have lost jobs, those who are having to make difficult decisions for their businesses. Praying for those people, yes. Praying for the medical professionals who are serving those who are sick. Praying for their homes to be protected from any virus transference from their medical professional parents. We recognize there's a lot to be praying for, but we should also be praying that God uses this season where people are feeling hopeless to also be able to proclaim the good news of Jesus Christ. We have a hopeful message, and we should have lives that represent that hopeful message. And so this is an opportunity to pray for the harvest in the midst of a difficult season for the world. So would you join me on Friday, choosing one of the meals to fast and to take that time to pray? Pray as a household, pray as a family, and pray for the things I just mentioned. Perhaps even consider fasting for the whole day and making an entire day of prayer. Go somewhere. Spend some time praying over these issues out around nature where we can legally do so with social distancing. Seize the day on that Good Friday, the day that Jesus suffered while being nailed to a cross. On that day, in the midst of a suffering world, we pray in anticipation of a harvest. It's been my honor to serve the church in this region during this season of time. We trust that you are well and that you are seizing the opportunities around you. Please read the email that this link was attached to be able to know some of the opportunities that are ahead of us, especially some of the food distribution things. We have that menu in the email. So please continue to think of how God can use you. God bless. Stay home and be safe.